Good evening, how you doing? You alright? All good? Right. I talk about spirit because try and put yourself in my shoes, right? I'm 58, okay? And since I was 17, I had my first experience with spiritual entity. Up until now, I regularly, what time is it now? It's only 5 hours ago. About 5 hours ago, I've done a little recording, and I'm not going to post it because you'll all say, oh, you made it up. I've done a recording because I wanted to get a message of a certain person for a certain person, and all I got on the recording was, because the dog was breathing right near the microphone where I put it over there, and I said, I'll have to excuse the dog, so I was calling out to the spirit, give me a message to give to a certain person, and I don't know if it was their voice or not, but I got a voice go, dog. Right, that happened 4 or 5 hours ago, and then on the same bit, 20 seconds later, I had a woman's voice say, hello Dave. Yes, that happened to me, and that's 5 hours ago. So you try and put yourself in my shoes and see how you feel. I've had entities appear in my car. I've driven along a dark country road after I met my mate. Had a few beers, had a nice dinner and that. I'm driving back to London up these country lanes, and I felt a spirit appear in my passenger seat. I didn't want to, picture this. I didn't want to, just turn like that because I didn't want to be face to face with it like that. So I pushed away with the steering wheel like that and turned around. Before I got my head fully round like that, I heard this bloody thing. I don't know what it said, but I heard it whisper something, and as I turned and I got right fully round like that, before I even got there, it said something, and then it was gone. It disappeared out of the car. I've been in a place called Abbotswood that I've told you about. I've stood in the main car park with my mate Keith, who will back me up. We saw this shadow figure fly across the car park. It was a moonlit night. There's a little sort of country road that goes up to the main car park. It's a moonlit night. It's all trees all around the edges. A shadow figure shot across the car park. I didn't want to plant the seed in his head. I looked at him and said, did you see that? He went, yeah. I said, what did you just see? He said, a black shadow. I said, that's exactly what I saw. And we saw a shadow figure then. I've seen, oh my God, the list is endless, mate. I've had a recording on one of them old flat, you remember them old flat tape decks like that, they're long, they're flat with the buttons of the thing you put tape in. I had a brand new one of them, not tape deck, a brand new tape that I'd unwrapped, I'd put in the fucking slider like that, I pressed play on it, and I got a recording as clear as I'm talking to you now of this, whatever it was. I still to this day don't know what it was or who it was. It said, must be, and better do it now. I don't know what it was referring to or what it meant. I never did get the hang of that. But after that was the first really clear EVP I got, it electronic voice phenomenon, because technology will pick up stuff more so than your actual, body will. You'll see things, and you'll feel things, but electronic equipment picks up stuff that you miss, if you see what I'm trying to say. It's a well-known phenomenon. Electronics pick up stuff that we miss, even though I pick up stuff anyway, because I'm sort of in tune, I'm clairaudient apparently, which means I hear spirits, and other people don't. So I've seen that, I've had that in the car park, I've seen shadow figures, I've caught stuff in my fucking flat, moving around, gone out of the room, and it's moved to one place to the other. I remember I had a cross once. I went in the kitchen to get cups, come back in the front room, and there was a cross that was on the chain, that was on the side, that was put on the other chair, about 6 foot away, and it was put with a cross in the centre, and the chain was wrapped around it in a perfect circle round the cross that was placed on the chair, over from the other chair, so 5-6 foot away. And I've already got in the kitchen to get a fucking cup of tea, come back in, and it was there, literally that quick, mate, and it was perfect the way it was put. I've caught loads of orbs. All the time I catch EVPs when I'm doing innocent videos. All the time I get EVPs, whisper talk. It's called whisper talk. I get whisper talk in the background of these things. I don't know who it is half the time, whispering. Half the time I can't make it out. It blows my bloody mind. So try going through. That's just a little tiny snippet of what I've been through. You wouldn't believe, the orbs I've caught on innocent videos. You've seen a couple I've posted on my channel. Look at the beginning of my channel. That's just a couple, mate. I've seen some really clear orbs, and I mean really clear. Half of them, 99% of the ones I've caught, I've only seen on my technology through the camera lens. You haven't seen them, I've seen a couple with my eye, but mostly it's been through the camera lens, and mostly it's accidental as well. I've had whispers in my fucking ear. I've had exploding head syndrome, which is where you literally, it's what it sounds like. It's like a bang in your head. I even told my doctor about it. It sounds like an explosion in your own head. You think it's outside, it's not, it's in your own head. I had that. The spirits were doing that to me because they were trying to wake me up to get me to talk to them. Because in my last flat, you can believe it or not, I don't really give a monkey's eye. In my last flat, this is why I moved, by the way, I had a couple of dark entities. I had 2 women and 2 men. That they were people that lived underneath, and the people that lived, that they were really elderly people. They died, they were deceased, and both of them, the 2 men and the 2 women, were both conversing with me, and I was having conversations with them through my electronics. You know, I'd be speaking, I'd have to rewind it, I'd hear what they say, and I'd speak back to them. I'd have to record again, I'd rewind it, see what they said. It went on like that. Conversations like we're having now. Try going through that, and a long list of about 1,000 other, actually probably about 11, 12, 13,000, and I'm not exaggerating, through my life, stuff that I've experienced. Try going through that and try keeping it to yourself. Try going through these mind-blowing, mind-bending experiences that are absolutely far out and amazing, that you don't know anyone apart from mediums, clairvoyants and people like that who've gone through that, and try and keep it to yourself. You try and keep that to yourself. You can't, mate, because they're so mind-bending and mind-blowing that you do find yourself telling everyone, oh my God, you're not going to believe this. Listen to this. This happened to this. I can't go. Look on my channel at the very beginning. There's a few orbs. I'm not going to upload all the stuff I catch because people go, oh, you made that. No, I didn't, mate. I can assure you, no, I didn't. I was doing an innocent. I drove down to the south coast. I was doing an innocent video to send my missus because she was away over abroad. I said, I went for found a nice place down the south coast. It was the first time I'd been there. Yeah, I had a nice walk around there. Caught loads of EVPs on it. 22, 21, whatever it is, 21, 22 seconds in. 22 seconds in, you can hear, and a woman go, why do you keep, good boy, and you hear the keep really well. It's the green field at the very beginning of my channel. Look at it, put your earphones in, turn the volume up full, and you tell me you can't hear, all different, and a woman go, why do you keep, and the keep is really clear. Put your earphones in, as I said, turn the volume right up, and you'll hear it. 22, 23 seconds in, a woman go, why do you keep, and she talks over the top of all the other spirits that go, and there's quite a few there. I'm in the middle of nowhere, in an area that I live nowhere near, 50, 60 miles away, and I'm doing an innocent recording on this golf course with a lovely view of the seaside. I've got all these spirits go like that, and then a woman go, why do you keep whatever? Try keeping that to yourself, mate. And that's just a snippet, mate, of what I've had. I mean, I've had orbs, I've had bloody shadow figures, I've had things, because I used to go ghosting, I've had things lean out at crosses, pointing, and a little boy had a, like, mustard coloured top, and he had mousy coloured, short curly hair. He looked about 7 or 8, and he leant out of a fucking cross. I've got this only on, I didn't see this by eye, I got it on my fucking phone. I see him leant out, so I caught, this like that, caught that sort of, a bit of his body, his arm, his head, and a bit of the shoulder. I could see what sort of, he had a shirt on, he had a white t-shirt, he had a mustard coloured shirt on, and he had short curly hair. He was about 7 or 8, and he was pointing like that, as if to say, get out the graveyard. That's what he was doing. He was pointing to the exit of the graveyard. I've had all sorts you wouldn't believe. Try keeping that to yourself. Try not telling the whole world. You can't, mate, because they're so amazing, so different to what everyone else has experienced. But when you tell the rest of the world, they look at you like you're a fruitcake. I could go on, I could tell you hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of stories, because I used to go around graveyards. I've been around the whole of the south coast, around every bloody graveyard in the south coast. I've been around every graveyard in bloody London. I've been to castles all over the place, and I mean all over, up, down the country. I used to go everywhere, mate. I used to drive everywhere, mate, and catching EVPs, shadow figures, full-bodied apparitions that looked as solid as you and me. You wouldn't believe this shit I've seen. Like I said, try going through all that, seeing all that over all the years I've been doing it. I've stopped now because it got to a point where it was getting ridiculous, where I was getting this exploding head syndrome. They were waking me up because they wanted to converse with me, because they knew that I wasn't frightened and I would converse with them. It was like having a fucking conversation with you and me, like that. It was like that. But of course it was a pain in the arse, because I had to do the recording. I'd have to listen back to the recording, see what they said, then reply to it. It was ridiculous. Try going through that and keep that to yourself. I bet you can't, mate. You you will want to share it with the whole world, because your mind will be absolutely blown, and you'll be like, you wouldn't believe it, mate. I've had conversations with these things, like I'm having a conversation with, you know, my missus or my mates, whatever. Try going through that and try not sharing it to the world. That's why I say to you, these things really exist. If you don't believe me, I don't really give a monkey's, no offence, but I don't. But trust me, these things exist. Wait until you go through the sort of thing I've gone through, and then tell me you want to keep that to yourself. You won't be able to, mate, because it's just okay. God bless, love you all. It's all real shit, trust me. Look after yourselves.